Hi everyone, welcome to my kitchen. Today is St. Patrick's Day, so happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to be making corned beef and cabbage. I have a hard time with this dish. It always turns out really tough, but I'm going to try it in my new Dutch oven, and hopefully this time it comes out delicious. So we're going to boil the corned beef for 2 hours. So the first thing I'm going to do is rinse it and wash it off really well, get all the yucky blood off of it. And then once I do that and get it in the pot, I'll be right back. So here's what we have. I'm sorry if you can't hear me, the fan is on. So we've got our corned beef with the seasoning packet, and we've covered it with water. So, to that, my recipe says to use a bay leaf. We'll use a few. Some mustard seeds. I don't measure. We just sprinkle so it looks good. Some coriander. It said coriander seed, but I have ground, and I think that's probably just as good. So, sprinkle a little of that in. Now, the recipe that I'm using is from Pinterest, and it said that you could use water or beef broth or Guinness or any combination of that, which I don't have any of that. But I do have this garlic bouillon, and I'm going to add, I don't know, maybe like a teaspoon just for some flavor to the water. For just a second. So now we're going to bring it to a boil. This is what it should look like. We're going to bring it to a boil. And then once it comes to a boil, we're going to reduce it and simmer it for 2 hours. So once it's simmered for 2 hours, we'll be back and we're going to add our vegetables. I forgot to tell you to boil with the lid on. You're not going to do much if it's not on. Lid on. 2 hours. So it's come to a boil, and I've reduced it to a simmer. And it's already smelling much better than the previous ones I've made. So, there's hope, I think. It's not covering all the way, as you can see the fat is kind of sticking out. But I think that's okay. We're going to let it simmer for the 2 hours. And we'll be back to check on it. So it hasn't been quite 2 hours, but I'm getting impatient. It's been about half an hour. A little impatient. So I'm going to get my veggies ready. I have 1 bag of carrots, 1 bag of potatoes. This is all that was left at my grocery store. You know, because panic shoppers. And half a head of cabbage, because 1 whole head of cabbage is way too much, and I always have leftover cabbage, so I got half this time. So I'm going to wash the cabbage, the potatoes, yeah. cut that out. It's okay. Come on. I think that's pretty good. Alright. Let's put actually, I'm very strange. I like to organize. So I'm going to put my potatoes and the carrots together because in 2 hours we're going to put the potatoes and the carrots and things. So this is step 2. Carrots and the potatoes. And then the third step is the cabbage, which is here. So I've got myself all lined up here on the counter. And as you can see, cabbage. This ready to go. So, trash. Clean as I go. So I've been checking on the corned beef. I turned it up a little because it wasn't really boiling a whole lot. I must say, the garlic smells fabulous, and I know it's not that I know of, it's not traditional to put it in, but it smells amazing, and garlic is so good. Okay, lid back on, and I'll check in maybe in another half an hour. So, it's been almost 2 hours. And I'm thinking it's done. I have a meat thermometer that said it was done, and it is fork tender. And I don't want it to be too overcooked, and I am going to put it in the oven for a little bit, so I'm thinking I'm just going to take it out while I cook the vegetables. So, here's the best part of the corned beef and cabbage, in my opinion. This is the part my grandma always did to make it extra delicious. Equal parts brown sugar, honey, and yellow mustard. Now, they don't have to be equal parts. If you want it more sweet, you can use more of these. If you want it more, mustardy, you can use this, or you can even use a different kind of mustard. This is just my preference. So, brown sugar first, so that we don't get our measuring spoon dirty. And get something like mustard or honey in the brown sugar. I'm using quarter cup measures. I don't know if I'll need that much. I just realized I could have used a whisk, but I didn't. So I highly recommend tasting it, just to see how you like it. So, has enough brown sugar, maybe a little more honey, not much. Perfect. It should be tangy, sweet. It won't taste grainy once you get it on the beef and put it in the oven. The sugar, the brown sugar won't taste grainy. It'll be delicious. So I'm waiting for the vegetables to cook, and then I'll show you how I put it in the oven. So my carrots appear to be done. The potatoes, on the other hand, did not cook at the same time, like the recipe led me to believe. So we're just going to scoop them out here and put them in the baking dish. And they won't be cold because we're going to put them in the oven. Potatoes will go here, and sauce will go over the top. So we're waiting for the potatoes, and we'll be back. So I poked the potatoes, and it's almost done. So now we're going to put the cabbage in. Get it all in there. And cover. And when that's done, you put it in the oven. Alright, potatoes done. Potatoes will go from here into here. I think I'm going to leave the cabbage in the pot. I'm going to get it all crispy in the oven. The whole point of putting it in the oven in the dish is to get it crispy. So, I'm going to it's going to take me a while to get the potatoes over. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to show you. So here's what it looks like. I'm going to this over the top. The camera down so I can get this all in between all the pieces of meat, because I can't do it with just one hand. So, one second. So there it is. And it's going to go in the oven until it's crispy, uncovered. Until it's crispy, and I don't know how long that'll take. Probably like less than 15 minutes. So, we'll do that. Come back. Alright. Here it is. Crispy and delicious. All it needs is cabbage. So, I'm gonna go eat this. I hope you guys make this. It's delicious. The glaze also, you can use this glaze here for anything. You can use it for chicken or fish or vegetables. It's delicious. Not just on corned beef and cabbage. I hope you guys have a great day. Like this video, subscribe. And maybe I will post more cooking videos. Bye.